Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is well today. After a very long week, we're looking forward to new developments, as many of you have noticed in the blog. Good to see you again, everyone. And thank you again this day. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify something again about the changes that I'm about to make concerning our sports times, and also try to accommodate much people on these live streams, because we picked up that we did much of these live streams, but at the end of the day, we also picked up that many people haven't started utilizing this opportunity. So we are looking forward to bring more to these live streams and do much more than what we did for the past 2 weeks. A week and a half to 2 weeks here. So we are at work, like I mentioned last time. And thanks again to all those who are current live streaming with us. Thanks, Tani. Hi. And yeah, so there's gonna be some changes from my time schedule. Yeah. We will move from 12:30, probably 13 hours to 13:30, and just an hour in advance, not in advance, meaning we will move from 12 to 1 or 1:30 p.m. South African time. And that will be, let me see, 4 a.m. Pacific time. Yeah. Then in the evening, sometimes I might host, I might not, but my times will be flexible in the evenings, because we will also have much members doing these live streams from around the globe. And we know that we differ with 6 hours when you compare ourselves with Southeast Asia, and 9 hours. It's I think California, also PNG. Yeah. So we need to take part in other live streams. Yeah. So that's it. But I will inform you guys, and some of you will see when I'm live, as we always do. So now, there was yesterday a question about the date on migration. Yes, I did come across one of the articles, one of the, not the very latest article, but somewhere before the latest articles explaining about migration, and they did hint on that article that it will be near the first quarter of this year, and then they pointed before 1st of April. So it looks like many, they did not go through that article. But I'm happy that today the admin has forwarded something on the blog. So some of us might have gone through the article. I like it because it's very long, though not that long. So we have a green light. Much has been said from that article. The question now is, are we ready to embark on this or these changes? Well, it cannot be 100%, but we know there will be some, of course, who are ready and others not yet ready. So when we embark on something, of course, we have to prepare. We have to prepare ourselves for that. In many ways, also considering the instructions and the requirements from the admin. Okay, we see many, yes, they did comply, but they are still skeptical about our system. And on that, we also shared something. We shared something last night here on my second live stream at night before the last one, because I had 3 yesterday. So we are moving forward, but we have a big number of TBC orphans, almost 2.9 million. 2.9 million. Out of 2.9 million, we have a bigger number of orphans. Sometimes we might think that we did a pretty good job. We presented well. Yes, we have communities on board, but only to find that one thing is lacking: the understanding to those communities. We shouldn't have been seeing these big figures on TBC orphans. Now the admin has already outlined something there that in no time they will forward us other articles in relation with that situation or crisis, so that we can be able to go through these and from there we can apply new strategies on top of this crisis that we have. It is not actually a difficult education that we are getting here. It's simple and straightforward, because it's not all about being a member, then get a free Kringle gift, and then from there you sit and wait for the day, you know, and you take a back seat. But it is always wise to take part of the activities that are currently happening within this private community. And remember, you can't just sit back there and pay $10, remain with a free gift, but you have to top up. You have to inject something, while on the other hand, you are partnering with someone for your 50% share when you bring buyers to anyone that you are willing to partner with. It's your choice. but ensure that you know who are the people, and you have their testimony, you have all the proof, and you can even, if you don't mind, you can even confirm that with the TBC support. That is this person real or a robot, things like that. So we need to get into it as soon as possible, because should it happen that we move forward with a bigger number of orphans, there might be some delays according to the way I see the whole explanation from the article. So there is much that we can share. I don't know how many of you went through that article today. No, sometimes our fellow TBCians, they don't love to go through long articles. They prefer the 3 lines articles or 4 at most. So we the article also has given us a broader picture and the understanding about the migration so far. I can no longer explain further than that. If I go further than that, then I will be lying to you, of which it's not the right thing to do. I don't want to do that, but I want to give you what has been instructed or outlined by TBC admin, not what's from my head, but from the support. Yeah. So now, if you did go through the article, we can share some of the things here, because I know there will be questions. But it's actually giving us another picture about us being millionaires and billionaires. Remember, this thing has started 3 months after we launched in 2016, this abundance. Yeah. To some, of course, who managed to grasp the whole information of TBC, they, right from the first day, they were already in abundance. Yeah. So we have to mobilize our members and lead them to the right direction, and help them to know exactly what is to be done. And my concern now is TBC orphans. I didn't know that they were in a bigger number. I was expecting a very small number. Let's just share the screen and go to this article. I want to show you something. Okay, I hope you all can see this article. Okay, I'll read something there. It's long, but for me, I love long educational articles. This is how it reads. Okay, let me do this to show you that it's from the admin. Okay, here's the heading. Are you going to get a slice of the 100 million migration pie? It was posted by the admin, 1st April 2018. There you go. This is how it looks. Right. So let's read from here up to here. We are in the final preparations for migration, and I hope everybody is ready now. Expect the announcement of it beginning month of April. Beginning, when we say beginning, we mean the first, which is today, is the beginning. And then let's continue. It has been a long time coming, but at least the awareness of it coming, it's high within the TBC community. At this time, the current coin network is working very well for those that already have a send button. We are likely to increase the number of send buttons we are turning on daily from 500 a day to 1,000 a day soon. It became necessary to turn off all of the send buttons back in July of last year because the current coin network at that time more or less crashed with bloated data files and a huge backlog. In the news now, you can visit Vitalik, right? Says Vitalik wants you to pay to slow Ethereum's growth. Then if you want to know more about those news, you can just go through that link. It will take you to Ethereum news, CoinDesk, okay? And it says, okay, we can continue because I said we're gonna stop there. But I think from here, we understand why send buttons were turned off. Actually, the admin explained that over and over again before they even turned off all the send buttons, that something was happening within the wallet's operation. But of course, few of us understood what they were saying, but others, they had their own understanding. So let's continue. It says here, because their server network can barely keep up with their backlog of transactions. They're explaining about Ethereum, why they are applying this. It's because there has to be something that will keep up their backlog of transactions. Okay, let's continue. When you carefully analyze the histories of all blockchains, almost all of them had a tech crisis at one time or another. The great news I have to share with you is that the new coin network that soon we will migrate to works very fast in confirming transactions and is scalable for mass adoption. But there is nothing stopping you from doing transactions now if you already have a send button. That is true. Much people are now allowed to use their send buttons, but only few are making a difference. As for the rest, they're still wondering that exactly what is going on. What should we do with these send buttons? But whole explanation is in the blog. Let's continue. The testers that met the tester qualifications the earliest are noticing that their send buttons are being turned on now on a first in, first out basis. Also, if you want to jump ahead to the front of the line and get your send button turned on even faster, then you are still encouraged to do a testimonial video and upload the link to it on the testimonial page of the website. Let's continue. Then within a day or two from uploading, we will have turned your send button on. Otherwise, you can continue to wait your turn in the line because we will turn on all of the send buttons so everyone can migrate. We certainly did not expect the current coin network to crash as it did, and it has been a painful process for all to limp along until now and keep the TBC community together. I want to humbly express my sincere gratitude to all of you that stuck it out and have kept the TBC community together during this crisis of technology. It hasn't been easy for any of us. I also want to take this time to officially welcome all of the new members that joined us right in the middle of this crisis. About 2 million of you have never had a TBC send button. Hopefully, many of you that are new took advantage of the opportunities to partner up with a trusted seller that had a send button, so you could have earned at least 50% commission on your sales during this time. Partnering is really always going to be the best way to get started in TBC ongoing until you learn the ways of this private money. We are unique, to say the least. Okay, this is the first paragraph. As for the rest, you can read it yourself, but I'll start from the bottom now. I hope we have noticed that many with send buttons, some not, they haven't accumulated much, meaning to this day, they haven't utilized the opportunity of their send buttons. And on the other hand, many did not partner in order for them to accumulate more wealth while they are still on this wealth creation phase with us. So the admin is also reminding us again about the 50% commission when you partner with someone. And here he's saying this is going to be the best way to get started. And that's it. And within this 2.9 million, we have a bigger number of people who still want to get into this wealth creation phase. Yeah. So now, how are we going to identify them? That's another question, and the mechanism is there already. Okay, so this is it. Go through it, and then we can share it, because there are still more other buttons, send buttons to be turned on. And the question now is, are you ready? So if maybe you like us to go through it, I can do that. Let's go to the second paragraph. It's no surprise to our TBC leaders that the majority of our community have become orphaned during this breakdown in technology. Many have moved along to a variety of opportunities while we are busy building the new private blockchain. But it does mean that a large portion of our membership have not stayed completely up to date with our progress. We have been preaching this one over and over again. How do we get these updates and from where? We know where and how. Let's continue. Now it is time to migrate, and I want to present a very special opportunity that are prepared and are well informed. Admin will need your help to reach out to those orphans that have been left behind by their sponsors in TBC. If a sponsor had moved along with something else and isn't going to get the word out of all of their recruits that we are going to migrate, then these are the orphans I'm talking about. So do you understand which orphans the admin is talking about? We are clear on that, I hope. Okay, let's continue. My best guess is that we have about 2.8 million orphans right now. It is clear, guys. There we go. 2.8 million orphans right now within our private community of TBC. Let's continue. 99% of them have never purchased any TBC outside of the Kringle gift they have been given. Wow. I don't believe this. This is really shocking, you know? Let's continue. Also, I bet half of them don't ever know how the cookie rewards works either. We have discussed about this, cookie rewards, Kringle Cash, and we asked the existing members to give out the free Kringle gifts and explain further to those people they are inviting into our community. But only few did that. Let's come here. We are only a month away from the next cookie redemption period. We need about 1 million more TBC billionaires for our TBC economy. I'll explain that further in the next paragraph. What I see is a 100 million pie that needs to be polished off by the end of May of this year. I will be setting up a TBC-led system at no financial cost to any of you. So further than that, you will take it from here and continue reading it. Now, we can see how great this admin is. Before they do anything, they first look at our current standpoint, and they understand us. They know what is good for us and what is not good for us. And they don't just impose things into this community, but they prepare us, they engage us, they share with us almost everything, guys. And really, I myself, I've not seen really, I've not seen a system like this before. I really believe you me. this is one of a kind system. Hi, Manuel. Thanks for being here again. Yeah. Now, they always update us. They always take care of us. They are not harsh on us. They don't demand, but they explain things so that at the end of the day, we can make our own choices. They don't impose things. We all know that. And to add something on that, they don't owe anyone anything. We owe it to ourselves, because should we have been good children before the crash of the system, in July, we shouldn't have been going through these changes and the wallets and the scammers and etc. By now, we should be talking a different language. But because of that, they took an initiative not to allow the crash into the whole entire system of TBC. Instead, they well informed us, and then they allowed another time to get things rectified technically. So here we are again, we are up again, and now we have to join hands with our loving admin in order to get things done ASP. ASP meaning our response will be the one to determine things. And if we are not within the time frame, it might bring other delays as well. So we need to be up and running and be ready for anything, and try to intensify the whole presentations and our ways of doing things. Yeah. So thanks again. Like I said, I won't take long or much of your time. Our 30 minutes, it's almost over, and time now, I would say we are 10 minutes away. Is there any question from our viewers? Any questions? All right. I myself am ready for migration. I'm ready to take any instructions from the admin anytime, whether it's at night, in the morning, during the day, I'm ready. So I don't know about you. Are you ready? And at the moment, I don't have any question or much to say. I've said it all for now. I will let you know about our evening live stream broadcast, and that there's going to be a change in our slot. And I just have to go to the Kringle cache and adjust it there. Yeah, since now we are allowed to do it manually. And I'm looking forward to have you again and more community members. Let's advise them to join us on live stream, especially orphans, so that we can help them. It is not an easy task, guys, I know, to deal with people who are left who were dumped by their sponsors, and to bring them on board. There are these mixed emotions. So we need to be patient with them and bring them and explain things to them. Then at the end of the day, the decision will be theirs, whether they will love to share much in this abundance based currency, or this abundance community. So that's it. That's all I can say for now, guys. And then I thank you again. I must leave now. I will talk to you later. Thanks again.